Okay. So we have, this is a conversation. It's not, often that we get a chance to really talk to an officer. We see things from a distance. Most of the times, we have a conversation with a police officer is not under the best circumstances. So we
Right.
wanted to talk, as friends and family here, different things. The first question that comes to my mind, you say you've been an officer roughly 11 plus years. Um, so why did you decide that you wanted to become a police officer?
Why did I decide that I wanted to?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so honestly, I did not want to be a police officer. My dream was always to become an attorney and practice law. That was my dream. And I had a baby early. When I graduated from high school, I was pregnant and I had my son and I needed to do something quick. So when I went to school, I did not get to go all the way like I anticipated. And I just needed to get into the work field, and being a police officer was in my field, just not what I planned on doing.
Okay. So
So that's how I ended up in it.
right. You started doing that, but obviously something has made you stay. So I guess basically, start from the positive. What do you consider the most rewarding aspect of being a police officer?
Being able to help people, of course, like that
Right.
is rewarding. Every day that I put on this uniform has not been great. I can
That
honestly
uniform you have
say
on right now or a different one?
a different one.
Okay, all right.
I can honestly say that I've had more bad days than good, but the good days always remind me of the reason why I do what I do and continue to do what I do, because I do help people and it makes me feel good.
All right. Well, um, describe what you consider a bad day. You don't have to go into all the details, but you say you have more
Yeah.
bad days than good. But what's just dealing with a lot of
I mean,
drama.
honestly, a bad day can start off in roll call. So roll call is basically when we get to work, we have our little 30-minute meeting where we sit down, and that's where it all starts. It could be good or it could be bad. So we could get news about, hey, we're looking for this person, they're wanted for this, or, Sarge could tick us off with the newest drama of, this came from the higher ups. You got to do this and you got to do that. And so my stress levels are high from the time I hit the door before I even hit the street. And then when I get out in the streets, sometimes you have so many calls back to back to back to back to back. Before you could even breathe from the last call, they're calling your number again for you to hit the streets again for another call. So it's just a high stress job, and it's nonstop sometimes. And that to me is a bad day. Or you get a bad call, someone's seriously injured, a kid is injured, a kid is missing. Domestic calls, you go where the wife, you've been to that house countless times, wife refuses to leave. That's a frustrating
And the
thing.
wife tripping. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the wife tripping, yeah. Some
So
cases,
I so I have a question. Since you're saying a lot of times you have back-to-back calls and things of that matter, so it sounds like to me that there's an issue with staffing or maybe not an availability of enough officers. Does that seem to be the case in your history?
definitely, definitely. Every department is understaffed because obviously the population keeps growing and the funding gets cut, and there's other things that play a part in why. But most departments are understaffed. And so, yes, every department that I've worked for has been understaffed.
In your opinion, because you said that it can start off from roll call,
Yeah.
what do you think could be done differently to set the tone more positively from those directly above you? You don't even have to go all the way up to, the seniors, but just the person who you directly report to.
For them to be positive, for them to, give us something uplifting, inspiring, I know there's times that we've gone to roll call and they'll play a video like of a police getting shot or a high speed chase that ends in someone getting hurt. Like why would you start my day off like that? I got to work a 12-hour shift, and that's what you put on my mind is an officer getting shot, or that's not cool, you know? So I wish that they would be more positive, you know, give us something good to start our shift off with.
Set the tone off right.
Yeah, that's a great point. Something I've never heard before. So I'm glad we're having this conversation because, yeah, I mean, the way if you start off your day thinking of all the danger, thinking of all these bad things that can possibly happen, that has to translate into, you know, when you encounter somebody, how you respond in that case. You know, it just seems natural to me.
And it sticks with you. You don't see that and just go on about your day like, oh, okay. No, it sticks with you, and it's a reminder. I could die tonight. Like, this could be the last time that I see any of you guys, you know?
Yeah, so I was watching a show the other night, and they were showing that I forgot the guy's name, but he goes around the country and does police training. And he's in there talking, and he is talking like, you know, you're on the battlefield, you know, it's either kill or be killed. And you know, and you see all these police officers, hundreds of them, are sitting there listening and taking it in. It's, you know, it's like they're training military people to go out and look for the enemy. And this is a very, very popular person who trains police. So if this is happening all around the country, and you start your shift thinking, I'm dealing with the enemy and I need to, you know, neutralize the enemy, then yeah, that has to carry over in what we see in the streets, you know?
I agree with that.